Hello everyone, XV here from youtube.com/XVRogueGaming, and this is the third video in a weekly series I'm doing for Dotacinema designed to take your game to the next level. To start off, congratulations to this week's winner, 19crash86, for posting a topic in the comments for last week's tutorial. Remember that your topic doesn't need to be the one chosen. Simply being subscribed to my channel and letting me know what you want to learn about is enough to be eligible to win. With 8 different posts and a total of over 300 thumbs up, this week's video will be on animation cancelling and orb walking. This technique, if used correctly, will increase your DPS and let you better position yourself and chase down fleeing enemies. While not widely known, attacks are actually the sum of two different components, the cast animation and the backswing. This creates a more fluid appearance when attacking and allows improving your stats to change the dynamic of your swings and not just your DPS. Both elements are affected equally, and this means that as you gain attack speed, the time it takes you to execute an attack or launch a projectile is reduced in conjunction with the time in between attacks being reduced. Added together, we see a static increase to DPS, but what if I told you only half of these two factors had any relevance on our damage? Animation cancelling clips the backswing of your attack after the damage has been done or the projectile has been launched by interrupting the cooldown portion by moving. The standard AI in Dota 2 will move your character into range, stand still, and go through an entire attack animation including its backswing before recognizing that the target is out of range. Only then will your hero begin to move. Assuming similar movement speed, even with this technique you will still fall behind, but not nearly as rapidly, thus allowing you to get those much needed hits in or remain in range for your second spell or what have you. This works a little differently than it does for attacks, though the concept is similar. Spell cancelling focuses around hitting the stop command while mid-animation. This saves the cooldown and the mana from being spent and is incredibly useful on some of the longer animated skill shots in the game if you realize they're going to miss or to react to a change in the battlefield. In advanced play, it's also an extremely powerful tool to bait defensive abilities out of your enemies. Things like Omniknight's Repel or Puck's Phase Shift can be lured by faking a cast, causing them to be vulnerable for when you actually drop the hammer. This applies primarily for autocast or on-attack spells. By manually using the ability and selecting your opponent, you generate next to no creep threat, and are able to harass without taking damage from the enemy wave in return. This makes harassment very unidirectional. Often I see players attempt early harass, but end up taking more damage from the creep than they deal to the opposing hero, and this circumvents that. With late-game gear and levels, some heroes, especially agility ones, will attack so swiftly that trying to animation cancel will actually reduce your number of attacks per second. It's still worth employing this tactic if you need to keep pace with your opponent, but otherwise it should not be used. Another thing to consider is your hero's turning animation. Heroes face the target they're attacking. When you tell your hero to move, they will first rotate on the spot. This isn't really noticeable unless afflicted by Batrider's sticky tar, but moving side to side, and especially backwards, is detrimental over moving forward with each shot because of this slight delay. Note, however, that rotating on the spot does count for cancelling your animation, so you can jiggle your character and still achieve the desired effect. But I see a lot of players take these long strides left and right without realizing that they're hurting themselves. Moving backwards is useful if you have a speed advantage to of course kite your enemy, but more often than not, the extra few seconds time you buy does not generate bonus shots, just the same number over a longer duration. Make sure you're kiting to buy time or to better position yourself, and don't kid yourself into thinking you're getting extra shots. While there is so much more that can be said in regards to animation cancelling for specific heroes, spells, items, I hope that you found this video useful for taking your game further. Remember that it's you who decide the topic, so be sure to post in the comments below what you'd like to see next week. As always, if you like this video, thumbs up, share, and subscribe to my channel for more in-depth guides and exclusive content and contests. Until next week, this is XV, signing out.